G'day YouTubers, just out on a walk and doing a bit of an update on, I haven't done a video for a while, so just an update on what's been happening. Nice day for a walk, yeah. In my last video I was just saying what goals I was going to do for this year, and I've managed to get in one park run, which was pretty good. I've been trying to add a few intervals, which I'm finding sort of really hard. It's hard to add new stuff to the training when I'm just used to that routine of running around my 15k loop, which I've really enjoyed over the last few years. But it's sort of difficult because that training has gotten me good times in the Rotorua Marathon, and I'm just a bit sort of wary of changing things too much, you know. I noticed after doing just one set of intervals, because intervals are completely new to me, just that one set of intervals at the end of the week, plus doing my usual tempo runs up and around the bush up here, it was sort of more worn out than usual. Yeah, so it's a toss up between sticking to the training that I've been doing, or just doing, at least trying to add one intervals there. So about one of the most important things to me for trying to stay injury free, when it came to, so I'd done the 3 weeks, and the fourth week I usually have cut the mileage back, which I found is really good for the body, give that time to have that rest. Very important, one of the most important things I've learned for my running. And so what happened was, on the third week, I've been training up for the Round the Bays Wellington 10k. The goal for the last couple of years is to try and get under 40 minutes for the 10k, and so I thought I'd try something different this year. I did a park run the week before, try and get that bit of speed going, because when you're used to doing marathon training, training for the marathon, it's a lot different. Getting that speed for the 10k and the 5k, yeah, it's hard, the 5k, pretty full on. So I did the 5k park run, aiming for under 19, and I went to the park run, did a good warm up. So the time on the week, that last park run I did was 19 and 16 seconds, which is okay, but just couldn't get the breath right. It was okay, just that just trying to get into the 18. So my goal for my last video is to do like 17 this year, so still plenty of time. I think it is possible. When I say 17 minutes for the 5k, I mean just in the 17 minutes 55. As long as it's within that 17 minute range, I'll be happy. And so the last park run went alright, in 19 minutes and 16 seconds. And so that was a week before the 10k around the bays. Really enjoyed the 10k around the bays. It's a real fun event. It's a real fun one around the bays Wellington. People dressed up in all sorts. A bit of a dance and a jump around, warm up on the starting line. And for the 10k, I was aiming for under 40 minutes. When I got back from the 10k, put on Strava, and the watch was saying 39 minutes and 50 seconds, I think it was. And I was sort of happy, yeah, I did under the 40 minutes. But when I got the results from the website, it was 40 minutes and 16 seconds. Well, I put it on there. So that was a bit of a disappointment, but still happy, still improving, little bits of improvements on my runs. So the goal still is to do within the 17-minute range 5k by the time this year's finished. You know, you've got to have the goals to sort of motivate you along. The 10k, when I did the 10k around the bays, the day before the country was going to go into lockdown level 2, so I couldn't really book anywhere until I knew it was definitely on. And when I rang up to, because I live about 50 miles from Wellington around the bays, I wanted to get somewhere closer, so just get up in the morning and get to where the bays are. But everything was booked out. It was booked out. So I stayed in my car in Elsden, Camp Elsden. It's a place where we used to live years ago, and a nice bush walk up Camp Elsden. Me and my brother used to run younger days, way back in the, 20 years old. Used to run up there, Colonial Knob. Really liked that walk. It's just good to get back up there. Did a walk to Colonial Knob on the day before the 10k around the bays. I think that helped. But I was sleeping on my car that night before in Camp Elsden because it was all booked out with some mountain club. So the only place I could park was on a bit of a hill, and got about 1 hour sleep that night before. Sort of, and trying to get to sleep in one corner of the car and rolling down to the next corner of the car. Ridiculous, but I actually cancelled it because when I come down for the last couple of days before the 10k, I was starting to get a bit of cramps. Got doing adding those drills and adding some bit more harder training. And it was on that 4th week. The 4th week was my rest week, but I actually had the 10k on the 4th week. It was meant to be cut that week, so my body was feeling it. And I was coming down from the Colonial Knob walking, and just the leg felt tight and got a bit of cramps in the leg, and I thought, and that night I was pretty much cancelled it. So I thought, I'm not going to just risk completely blowing out the calf muscles and leg doing the 10k, trying to get under 40 minutes. So I thought, that's cancelled it, but woke up in the morning, so I got up, I thought I'll just go for a slow jog, see how the legs are going. You get excited and got to be there where the action is. But it was all good, amazing. So parked the car down under the Sky Stadium and sort of walked up, and then did a good warm-up, because I know worst thing you can do is not do that bit of a warm-up. So I ran sort of a slow jog, 5k's, just around the wharves, and just a real good atmosphere. 10k's around the bays this year. I think everybody was just happy that something was on. The day before it was almost cancelled. The country was waiting, Prime Minister doing the speech that Auckland had to go level 3, or might be going to stay on level 3 or go back, and the rest of the country was on level 2, had to go to level 1. On level 1 it was alright, everything was going to go ahead. More than 100 people could gather. So that day before, Prime Minister announced, yay, it's all on, because the rest of the country was still in level, went back to level 1. Yeah, so that was good, that was excellent. Really enjoyed that run, and just a bit annoyed that the same thing, my 5k, a couple of seconds under, I would have got to 18 minutes, in the 18-minute range for the 5k. And a couple of seconds in my 10k, it would have got the 39 minutes fitness. So yeah, I do a few more park runs this year. What's coming up next is Waitariri. I'll be doing the half marathon at Waitariri for the forest, and here in Levin and Waitariri. But opened the newspaper yesterday, and front full page was Waitariri, that has been going for the last 20 years. Some of the forest has got to be put aside for housing. So, and they've been struggling with the getting. For 20 years it's been awesome. It's one of the best in the country, so I'll be amazed if it closes down. Waitariri Forest Run, it's just, it's as good as any other run, better than a lot of other runs in the country. So it'd be awesome if someone else takes over Waitariri and carries on for another 20 years of doing Waitariri Forest Marathon, Half Marathon, 10K. And so the main paper, first page in the paper was how this was going to be the last year. It's sad to say, because the last year during the Waitariri run, because of there's nowhere for parking, because that land's getting sold for housing, which is, yeah, that's how it goes. Progress, what an awesome run. That's how it goes, yeah. So that's just an update on what I've been doing. So the half marathon, I hope it all goes good. Waitariri this year, and still got the goal of doing Hawke's Bay, without, if I can get there injury free, it'll be awesome. So let us know in the comments how you're going, how your running's going, what your goals are. But anyway, just got to enjoy each day. So thanks for watching. I thought I'd just better do a catch up on here. I've been watching Donato's channels, and one channel I'm watching lately really good is Emmerich. I'll put his link on here. Awesome channel. He's a sub 3-hour marathon, so I'm trying to learn some tips from him, you know. So onwards and upwards, and see you in the next video.